Hi there. Hey, the other day I was giving a Skype lesson to one of my students. He was working on Blue Bossa, and within the song, within all of my lessons, I have several solos written out. And in one of the solos, we have a line that kind of went like this. And so we're spanning fourth strings, and I noticed he was playing it like this, where he's lifting up and fingering each note. Now, we just had our workshop, and I noticed several guys were doing that. Now, that really is not the best way to do it. What you want to do is you want to roll your finger. And if I recall correctly, I remember Ted Green showing me this, or maybe it was somebody else, I don't know. But I know it was in one of his books. Let's go close up. I want to show you exactly what I'm talking about and give you some exercises so you develop that skill. When you play adjacent strings, it only makes sense to lift your finger up, right? And to play this like that. However, it gets a very staccato effect. Now, what we want to do is learn how to roll our finger. Let's take our first finger, put it on the D string, and here I am on the 7th fret. And what you're going to do is you're going to make that knuckle see how that knuckle is rolling in? Can you see that? Take the second finger. Little finger. Now, little finger, my little finger doesn't really want to do that. Now, when we go the other direction, let's do it first finger. Let's go. Same idea. Here the finger is arched, right? The knuckle. The knuckle is arched. Going on to the next string, it's down. If I have to go the other way, I have the knuckle pushed in, and then the knuckle comes out. See that? And you notice it's not this sound. I can hold on to the notes longer. Okay? Now, what I'd like you to do is on every string, just take each finger and go. Now, before we go any further, I want you to take a look at this hand. You notice I'm not going, I'm not doing alternate strokes. I'm doing sweep picking, approaching each new string with a downstroke or an upstroke. Let me change camera angles. All right, so with the finger on the first fret, check out the picking hand. That is a lot less motion than going. I can't even do it anymore. Alternate picking. I worked so hard at alternate picking and then threw it away. Now, you do that with every finger. Every string. Every string is a little different. Get that knuckle moving. Now, once you've done that, let's combine all four, and we'll do like a chromatic scale. And now I'm going to shift positions, and And so if I left off on the 4th fret with the little finger, now I'm going to move to the 5th. And going back down. Now I'm going to move and put that finger right there. Okay, do that on between every string. Okay, that's really, 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 really important. So you really want to do that, really, no kidding. If you do that, it really is easier on this hand, and it makes your music much more legato sounding. And that's what you want. You don't want everything to sound like a saxophone player with tongue everything. Doot, 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 doot. You want do, right? So that's legato as opposed to staccato. So that is an excellent exercise. Now, the next step is to do 3 strings. When I do 3 strings, I'm going to take my first finger, and I'm not barring. It's not a bar where they blend into each other. It's now notice the picking hand. All down strokes. All up strokes. Okay, we can do the same thing here. You could do it across. And that's actually kind of musical. I could do 2 across, by the way. I could go. Something like that. So the goal of these crazy little exercises are to simply get this knuckle moving, and you'll kind of feel it in your hands once you do it for a while. Yeah, but you want that knuckle to be able to just flop over. Okay, and you can, you know, there's a whole bunch of cool things that you can play with that. Go on and on. But anyway, just do this. Get that down and try to remember when you're playing. By the way, this little lick that was in the solo, you know, that's something that you could practice, just that. And that's right up a minor chord. You could write a book on this whole thing. All right, tell me how you like this, and I'll talk to you later, okay? Work hard on it. Really help your playing. Adios.